We are at the Bitfenix booth, and we're looking at 3 new cases that are not even ready for the market yet, but they are ready for some ideas and comments, and I want to show you guys. So come over here and let's take a look. First off, this thing is huge. It's the Atlas. Now, we've seen a few similar cases from a few different vendors, but they've kind of taken it a step farther. What they're doing is they're giving you the 2 totally separate compartments here. Motherboard on one side, and then like your power supply, and you should come over here and take a look. You got your power supply, lots of hard drive cages, like 10 hard drive trays in there. You have room to mount like pumps, and you can mount extra radiators over here. As you can see, they've got a 360 millimeter radiator right there on the top. Lots of room for activities. And what's really interesting about this, we come back around and look at the other side one more time. You can actually pull this entire tray out. The entire thing slides out in the back, and then when you do that, you can swap sides with it if you wanted to. This thing is built out of a combination of materials. Of course, we've got the plastic, like these are all plastic. Steel, the chassis itself is still steel. This is aluminum here. And let me show you the different lighting options here. So if I push this button here, we can cycle through several different colors. And there's even like a rainbow mode that breathes. See there, just like a rainbow mode. And I know not everyone's gonna want rainbow mode, but you just hold the button down, you can change it to red. Off is, turning it off is also an option. Let's take a look at the Aegis up here. This is the Aegis. This is a steel chassis, plastic on the outside with a rubberized coating. Feels really nice. And you can fit a lot in here. 360 millimeter radiators will do just fine. They also have a 360 right here in the front and a 240 on top. Lots of water cooling options. And one thing I wanted to show you with this one, on the front here, there's an LCD. This is actually not just a logo that's lit up. You can make this do anything you want. You can program it to have whatever you want on there. Let me just go ahead and pull this off to show you guys what's going on in the back here. See, it's actually a little LCD. And then right behind that, that's that big 360 millimeter radiator right there. The darkness. And the last one I want to show you guys is the Pandora. These are all things that are in development, so if you guys have ideas, let them know. It has the same screen there in the front. And it's just a very sleek case. It's aluminum around the sides. And then we just pull the panel off so you guys can see everything that you can fit inside there. Inside here, you see you can fit quite a few things, but the general idea here is that this is an ITX case. You know, a lot of the Steam boxes out there, they're just too small to give you good airflow, too small to really allow you to upgrade them or anything like that. So they wanted to make something a little bit bigger and give you guys some options. And they said right now it's only ITX, but you know, if you want something larger, let them know. I think you maybe could fit a micro ATX in here. If you move things around just a little bit, it might get a little bit close with the power supply down here. But ITX with tons of options. Huge graphics cards, longer than 300 millimeters right here. A couple hard drives in here, and even down here in the bottom. These are 3.5, and then we've got 2.5 down here in the bottom. And you do have room for radiators, so you could really build a larger Steam box, or even just if you want a nice, decent size, not too big, not too little PC that comes in a somewhat sleek case, then it may be good for just a regular PC. I also wanted to show you guys the Recon too. Now a lot of people are making these really fancy fan controllers that allow you to group together, a set of fans, power a bunch of fans, and then control them with software inside of Windows. Now, Bitfenix has their own solution. This one, it's going to be similar to a lot of other things. Like Corsair has theirs, and then NZXT has theirs. This one may be a step above the NZXT, of course. As far as the Corsair goes, the software may not be there, but they also have a touchscreen. And this is pretty awesome. You can, control everything with the touchscreen. This also puts out enough power that it can control a pump. So you have a lot of different things that you can do with that. You can link fans together, create groups. I haven't played with this fully yet, so I need to get my hands on one of these and check it out. But it takes up one of your 5 1/4 slots there. Go ahead and change through some of the modes here. You can change the LEDs. So a lot of stuff you can do with this. I'm just pressing buttons at this point. Just pressing buttons at this point. But yeah, readouts on information. There's your temperature. Fahrenheit, Celsius. Wow, you can actually even see, how many volts are being used. So, pretty cool. Front panel is really what's making this a little different than the competitors. So that's what's new with Bitfenix here at Computex. So we're at the Acer booth. Lots of things to check out. They got some new phones that are pretty interesting. They got some new, like tablet all-in-one type things that are interesting. But they also have a wristwatch type thing coming out. I don't really use these things, but these are more for you, Kane. This is called the Liquid Leap, and it'll do all the things that you normally get with like a Pebble or something. It'll show you your instant messages and that sort of thing, correspondences. It'll also give you some health monitoring information, like your heart rate and that sort of thing. So those will be coming out soon. These are the all-in-one, or I guess two-in-one notebooks. Now the way this works is you've got Windows 8 on a notebook, and it's dockable right here with a docking station. Really meant for people who are going to school and that sort of thing. And it's tiny, and it uses the horrifying resolution of 1366 by 768, the devil's resolution. Hopefully they'll update this with a different resolution, maybe 1080p. I don't know, but whatever. A lot of people are going to be able to use it. It'll keep the price down as well. It comes undone just like this. Now it's a tablet, and you can flip it around, dock it backwards, and use it as a stand. There's several different ways that you can use this. It docks so easily. I mean, it's one of the easiest, I guess, units to dock that I've seen here at the show. Now let's go and check out the phones. Acer has a few phones that we wanted to check out. They'll be coming, I guess, in the next quarter. We'll be seeing these things floating around. This is more of a traveler's phone, a world phone. The E700, it's got a 5-inch HD IPS screen, and it also has a 3,500 milliamp hour battery. I shouldn't even be talking today, Kane. This is the main thing about this one is it has it's a tri-SIM phone, and it has quad band, of course, and it's only 3G because most places in the world don't actually have 4G or LTE. If you want 4G or LTE, you're going to have to get a single SIM device. So let's check out the X1 over here. This is the X1. It's got an 8-core CPU. It's running at 1.7 gigahertz, so it should be stupid fast. This one also does have the LTE, and it's a little bit larger, 5.7-inch screen, pretty huge actually. But it's really lightweight, like extremely lightweight. It's lighter than the Note, which is a smaller unit. The Note 2, I guess. So it should be comparable to the Note 2, but better specs, lighter weight, a little bit bigger screen. But only one SIM, and it's not going to be good for traveling around the world as much as the other one. Acer also says they have the fastest Chromebook in the world. This one's running an i3. It's not quite out yet, but it will be out very soon right there. i3 in a Chromebook, because you need all the power. You must have all the power. So here it is. Again, 1366 by 768. Really wish it was 1080p, but that would raise the price significantly, and the idea with these is to give you a lot of performance at a low price. So there you have it, i3 Chromebook. The model number is the C720. Nothing extremely earth-shattering here, but a lot of forward progression. That's what we're looking for.
Be sure to say thanks to Corsair, our sponsor. They're the reason we're here. And check out our Corsair coverage by clicking on the screen. This is their DDR4, and you can see that in our Corsair coverage.